The red pen reckoning. I was never the student teachers wrote home about. By junior year, my idea of a good essay was getting it done before midnight and praying my thesis statement didn't make Miss Holloway physically recoil. I worked 25 hours a week at my aunt's diner, saving for college while keeping a 3.6 GPA. It wasn't Harvard-bound, but it was honest, hard-won, and mine. My English teacher, Miss Holloway, was 48, wore exclusively beige, and had apparently decided in September that I was the villain of her classroom. The bias started small, almost deniable. She'd circle words I'd used correctly, scribbling awkward phrasing in aggressive red ink. She'd call on me to analyze passages she'd never assigned, then sigh dramatically when I fumbled. Some students simply aren't prepared for rigorous discussion, she'd tell the class, staring directly at my empty seat from the previous day's absence, which I'd emailed her about because I was covering a shift so my aunt could go to her chemo appointment. The real theater began when she introduced the peer review system. Every essay, she'd pair me with Derek Holloway. No relation, though you wouldn't know it from her grading. Derek was her nephew, a C student who wrote book reports that read like AI-generated summaries, and yet somehow every peer review came back with him scoring me unfocused and lacking critical depth. Miss Holloway would nod approvingly, adding her own notes. See attached feedback. Consider whether academic writing is your path. The final straw, the regional writing competition. First prize was a $5,000 scholarship, the exact amount I needed to cover my first semester gap. I spent 3 weeks on my essay, a piece about growing up in the diner, watching customers pour their lives into coffee cups. My aunt read it twice and cried both times. I submitted it through the school's portal because Miss Holloway was the faculty sponsor. 2 weeks later, she posted the finalists. Derek's name was there. Mine wasn't. I didn't cry. I walked straight to the principal's office with my original draft, my aunt's voicemails about her chemo dates, and 6 months of graded essays where Derek's identical grammar errors were ignored while mine were circled in murderous red. I also had the email, accidentally forwarded to me by the district coordinator, where Miss Holloway had written, "While my name shows technical competence, I worry the subject matter is too working class for our judges. I've submitted Derek's piece instead, which has more universal appeal." The principal went pale. The district launched an investigation. Miss Holloway tried to claim I'd hacked her email, but it confirmed she'd CC'd the wrong address. Mine, from the diner's website where I'd listed my contact for catering inquiries. The results came in weeks later. Derek was disqualified. I won the scholarship by default, though the judges, who finally read my actual essay, pulled me aside to say it would have won regardless. Miss Holloway took early retirement. The beige wardrobe I heard stayed. It's been a year now. I'm at state on that scholarship, working mornings at the diner still, but now my aunt's in remission and we hired 2 more servers. I ran into Derek at a coffee shop last month. He told me his aunt was dealing with some legal stuff and that he was taking a gap year to find his voice. I bought his coffee. It seemed like the kind of detail that would bother Miss Holloway. Too working class, too petty, too honest. Last week, my new English professor, a woman who wears bright yellow and once cried reading my diner essay aloud to the class, pulled me aside. "You have a real voice," she said. "Don't let anyone red pen that out of you." I thought about Miss Holloway's beige cardigans, her aggressive red ink, her nephew's AI-generated prose. Then I thought about my aunt, crying over my words in a vinyl booth at 2 a.m., and the customers who still ask me to write their toast speeches because I get it. Some stories don't need universal appeal, they just need someone honest enough to tell them.